Hello, Muggle World! First of all, let me start by saying I'm sorry it's been a long time, but with quarantine and everything, not much has been happening, and it's been a long and stressful few months, but I decided, forget quarantine, because Halloween is my favorite holiday, and I am going to celebrate this year, even if they close everything down. So, that being said, I am going to do a 13 days to Halloween video few weeks. So, 13th day, and today I'm keeping it a little bit simple because I'm still getting back into the videos after all these months. So, starting on the 13th day, we're doing a Halloween Would You Rather. The first one is, would you rather walk through a graveyard at midnight or spend the night in a spooky abandoned old house? I'm fine with either. I mean, I used to live right next to a graveyard, and I mean, when I say right next to a graveyard, it was the view from my window and it was only a street away. It wasn't even like across the two-lane street. It was literally like a driveway away from my window. So, but the thing is, if I stay at a graveyard, how cold is it going to be? Because I don't want to freeze to death, so maybe the house would be better? I'll say the graveyard, because I think that would be cool. It'd be cooler if it was a foggy night, too. Second one is, would you rather dunk for apples or carve a jack-o'-lantern? Carve a jack-o'-lantern, of course. I mean, that's like one of the things about Halloween. You don't just go through Halloween without carving a pumpkin, I feel like. It's one of the main things. And I've never really cared for bobbing for apples all that much anyway, so definitely I'm gonna go carve a pumpkin. Would you rather meet a vampire or meet a werewolf? I would rather meet a werewolf. I am a huge wolf girl. I used to really like vampires, but I mean, wolves, come on. Would you rather get a surprise visit from Frankenstein's monster or a surprise visit from the Headless Horseman? Ooh. Both would be cool in their own ways, but I have to go with the Headless Horseman. Would you rather spend Halloween night at a haunted house or spend the night at a cemetery? Isn't that kind of what I just answered a bit? Okay. I'm gonna go... I'm gonna go with the haunted house this time because I said the cemetery last time. And I've been ghost hunting before, and I think I would be okay. So I'm gonna go with the haunted house. Not to mention, I mean, if you're spending the night, it would be more comfortable in a house, I feel like. So, yeah. Would you rather go trick-or-treating or stay at home and watch a scary movie? How scary is the movie? Because I have been binge watching since pretty much October started. I've been binge watching a whole ton of Halloween and horror films, and so far they haven't been very scary. I'm either immune or they're just not that scary. I don't know. Because I like to be scared. I like watching scary movies, and I love going to haunted houses, so I think I'll just stay at home, eat some Reese's, and watch scary movies. That's what I'll do. Would you rather be a ghost or a zombie? I would much rather be a ghost. I would have way too much fun as a ghost. I'd be one of those ghosts that are like, I would be the epitome of what a ghost is. I would just go around going, ooh, just to freak people out and because I think it would be absolutely hilarious to make the typical ghost noise. So I would rather be a ghost than a zombie. Plus, every time I think zombie after watching the movie, I think of Pet Sematary, and I don't want to come back as that or as like the Walking Dead walkers. I don't know. Ghost. Rather be a ghost. Would you rather eat candy apples or candy corn? I would rather eat candy apples. I don't like candy corn. It's really, really sweet to me, and if things are really sweet, I tend to like gag on it a bit. So like I love sweet stuff, I really do. But if it's too sweet, it's disgusting to me. And candy corn is just one of those things that's too sweet. So I'm just like, oh no, I'd rather eat the apple. Would you rather go to a real haunted house or watch a horror movie marathon? I'm already doing a horror movie marathon, and so far it hasn't. I mean, it's been fun to watch all the movies, but it hasn't scared me. And I love to ghost hunt, so I'm going to the haunted house. Would you rather have a creative costume or a scary costume? Both? Both, I guess? I don't, see, that's the problem. I want to be both. So, oh gosh. I was going to be 3 different people this year. It went from Snow White to Remus Lupin to Pennywise. So, honestly, both. I can't answer that. And for the record, I am going with Remus Lupin because this Halloween lands on a full moon, so I had to do the werewolf thing. I think I want to do Pennywise next year, though. Oh gosh, see, maybe creative, because you can get creepy with creative. So I think I'll stick with creative. This is a question right here. Would you rather visit a cemetery or visit a pet cemetery at midnight? After watching Pet Sematary, I don't know if I'd want to go to a pet cemetery at midnight, although that would probably make it more fun. It would be more fun. It'd definitely be spookier to go to. I'm doing the pet cemetery. Go to a pet cemetery and watch the movie Pet Sematary at midnight. There we go. That's what's happening. Would you rather watch a scary movie with a scary movie buff or a scary movie with a scaredy cat? I am a scary movie buff, so I'd rather watch it with a scaredy cat because I think it would be funny to laugh at them. Oh, that sounded absolutely horrible of me, but I mean, with a buff, you guys could sit there and you could joke about the movie and talk about different stuff, but I feel like it would be more fun with a scaredy cat because you could laugh at them. Would you rather be absolutely terrified of the dark or be afraid of the thing under your bed? I'd rather be afraid of the thing under my bed because the dark is everywhere you go and your bed is only in your bedroom. So, gosh, if you're afraid of the dark, you couldn't go outside in the dark. Your living room, basement, attic, second floor, first floor. No. I would rather be afraid of a thing under my bed. Would you rather be attacked by a giant spider or a spooky skeleton? Is this an Aragog and Fury question? Yes, I know, and Fury are not skeletons. They're dead bodies brought back to do bidding of dark wizards, but that's kind of what this question feels like. Part of me wants to say the spider because the skeleton, it's just like it's already dead, so no matter how many times you knock it over, I feel like it's just going to stand right back up. But at the same time, a giant spider is giant, and a skeleton is around the same height as you, maybe a foot taller, depending on how tall or short you are. I mean, it could be shorter than you for all we know. I think I'll take my chances with the skeleton because I feel like I'd have a better shot. You can always just break its bones, I guess. Yeah, I'll take the skeleton. Would you rather eat candy every day for a month or have no candy for a month? I'm actually gonna go with the no candy direction because I don't really care for candy all that much. I mean, my favorite is Reese's, and that's only because of the peanut butter. Like, I had the huge Reese's, like the size of your head, and I peeled off all the chocolate around the edges and just like ate the middle part because that's where all the peanut butter was. So I only like it because of the peanut butter. So I'm not that big of a candy person, so I could go without candy for a month. I mean, I've done it before, so that was easy. This one's a hard one for me. Would you rather eat candy corn or marshmallows? I don't like either. They're both really sweet, and so they make me gag. But I feel like I could handle eating candy corn. See, after like 4 pieces of candy corn, I'm like, ooh. How many marshmallows and how big? Are they the big ones or are they like the tiny ones? I will say this though. Marshmallows and cereal and marshmallows and little hot cocoa or hot chocolate, I could eat those all day. I'm thinking probably regular marshmallows that you would put in s'mores. And how many? Depend. I'd still rather do the candy corn. I would much rather do candy corn. Would you rather be scared or make someone else scared? Both. That's why I go to Halloween Horror Nights. It's really fun to scare people though, so I think I'd have to say I'd rather make someone scared. Would you rather have an allergic reaction to your face paint or have a costume malfunction in public? How bad of an allergic reaction are we talking here? Because I've had an allergic reaction to something. I think it was either the grass in my yard or like the weeds in the yard or something, and I got little spots all over, but it wasn't terribly bad. But a costume malfunction wouldn't be too bad either. It all depends on how bad of the reaction, how bad of the malfunction. I think I would go with the costume malfunction because having an allergic reaction can get really bad and dangerous. So I'd rather have to stitch something up than go to the hospital. Would you rather have the same costume as another person at a Halloween party or have a costume nobody gets even when you explain it? I would rather have the same costume as somebody else because I went to Comic-Con as Spider-Woman and like nobody, well I can't say nobody, but very, very few people knew who she was, and it's kind of depressing when you always have to explain who you are and people are still like, okay, sure, and I'm just like, oh, well, I liked it. So I'd rather have the same costume as somebody else because that's fine. Would you rather wear super uncomfortable fake teeth all night, wear an incredibly itchy wig all night? Oh my word. I don't know if I can answer this one. Oh. See, I've had itchy wigs before, and I always feel like I'm scratching myself until I bleed with how bad some of them can get. Uncomfortable fake teeth all night though. Do I want my head hurt or my mouth to hurt is basically what the question is. Oh gosh. Because a few Halloweens ago, I went as the corpse bride. I went as Emily, and I had a blue wig on, and it was pretty itchy. I think I'd rather have the wig. I think I could handle that a bit better than aching teeth. Alright, and this is going to be my last one for this video. It's, would you rather have to sleep in a coffin or have to live in a giant pumpkin? As soon as I read giant pumpkin, my brain went to James and the Giant Peach. I mean, I can't get that peach out of my head now. That's all I'm seeing. I almost want to pick that just because that's where my brain went, and I think it's funny. Okay, sleep in a coffin or live in a giant pumpkin. Okay, but are there breathing holes in the coffin? That's the real question here. It doesn't say it has to be closed, so maybe it'll be half closed. Or there's little breathing holes. If that's the case, I could sleep in a coffin easily. If I can breathe. Otherwise, I will live in a pumpkin. Okay, so I'm gonna end this video right here. I could have done so many more would you rathers. Possibilities are practically endless. And 13 days till Halloween. Wow, saying it gets me so excited. Like, I'm like, yeah, 13 days to Halloween. Yeah, okay. And then, it kind of just dawns on you, like, oh, 13 days to Halloween. So, yeah, counting down the days. This is day 13 to Halloween. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Would you rather go trick-or-treating